lovelies, Lauren here. Welcome back to my YouTube channel, and today I'm going to be guiding you through a little yoga refresh. So of course we're going to be moving the body around the mat, but our focus today is really connecting to our breath and using the breath to revitalize the body, re-energize the body, and kind of give us that little spark of inspiration maybe to help guide us throughout the rest of our day. So I hope that sounds okay for you. You may want to have a couple of blocks nearby, but if you don't have blocks, it could be a couple of boxes, tin cans, water bottles. Feel free to get creative, and it's going to help to support the body in a couple of poses. So maybe have something nearby, but of course if you don't have anything, it's all good. Okay, so finding a little bit of space, and we're going to start with our blocks or with whatever prop you have chosen straight away. You're going to bring it underneath the sit bones. So make sure both sit bones are supported by your props here. So gently bring the knees together, sit bones down to the props, and your feet are kind of on the outside edges of your hips, tops of the feet down towards the ground. Little softness through the shoulders. You can bring the palms of the hands down towards the thighs if you feel like you need a little bit of grounding today. Or you could have the palms of the hands facing up if you're open to receiving. And when I say open to receiving, that could be anything. Open to receiving a little bit more joy, happiness, release, whatever you feel you need today. Let's state to ourselves, I am open to receiving that one thing. Okay. And then when you're ready, closing the eyes, closing off the outside world. And just begin to settle here. Simply arrive here on your mats. Arrive into your practice, and straight away perhaps we notice the breath. Notice how your breath is feeling today. And we don't need to change anything about the breath in these first few moments. Let's just begin to notice. So as you simply sit and breathe here, just tuning into the kind of cyclical nature of your breath, that ongoing movement from within, recognizing that everything begins and ends with this breath. So as I mentioned at the beginning, see if we can slowly cultivate that deep connection to our breath and using it to guide us not only throughout our practice, but through our day to day. Especially when we move through situations or places that feel a little bit sticky, a little bit tricksy maybe. Remind yourselves to pause and take that breath. Take that breath and let that inspiration come to you. Let it guide you. So as we continue settling to the breath here, you might notice the breath gradually deepen. Noticing whether you can take a slower, gentle, deeper inhale in. And then continuing that with a soft, gentle sigh. And as you sigh here, notice the shoulders physically drop, shoulders fall away from the ears. Beautiful. As we inhale, we might feel as though we can grow that little bit taller, so we're sending the crown of the head up to the sky, but at the same time still rooted down through those sit bones. Continue with that slow and steady breath. And perhaps seeing with every breath here, seeing if you can fill yourselves up to the very brim. Take in as much of that clean, fresh air as you possibly can here. And then again, when you exhale, there's that soft release. Beautiful. Let's take 2 more of those. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. 1 more. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Beautiful. Softly begin to flutter the eyelids open, welcome yourselves back into your little yoga space for today. Let's stay seated on our blocks for the next few moments or so. As you inhale, sweep the arms up, grow tall, nice big stretch here. Reach the fingertips up to the sky, and then from here, left hand is going to take hold of the right wrist. Inhale to lengthen through that right hand side, grow tall. And then as you exhale, take a little tilt over to the left hand side. Sit bones stay rooted, right shoulder stays rolled slightly back. You're going to reach a point as you tilt over here where you feel as though you can't go any further. When you find that place, take a breath. Then as you exhale, let the left hand fall away. It comes down towards the left hand side, but keep extending out through those right fingertips to take you into a slightly deeper side body stretch here. Beautiful. Keep extending out through that top arm. Keep rolling the right shoulder back. One more breath. One more exhale. Beautiful. Inhale to rise all the way up. Lovely. Take that left arm back up to the sky. Let's repeat that on the other side. So right hand takes hold of the left wrist. Inhale, lengthen through the left hand side. Exhale, begin to tilt over to the right. And again, finding that place where we feel as though we can't go any further. Take a breath as you arrive here. And then as you exhale, release the right hand down to the ground. Find a slightly deeper side body stretch here. Beautiful. And again, full breath in. Full breath out. Beautiful. Inhale, sweep both arms all the way up, grow tall. And as you exhale, just a nice big circle of the arms back, slightly open across the heart here. Beautiful. Arms come all the way down. Now as the arms come down, send the hands out in front. Gently lift the sit bones away from your blocks or whatever you are using. Take them out from underneath you. You can place them onto one side. We might bring them in a little later. Okay. And then from here, let's come into a child's pose. So separate the knees a touch, big toes come together. Slide the fingertips forwards, melt the heart down towards the earth. Beautiful. Taking a moment to ground here. So as you stretch the fingertips forwards, there's this kind of opposite pull in two directions. So we're stretching the fingertips forwards, but the hips are melting back towards those heels. As you breathe, notice the back body rise. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. As you inhale here, lift it through the head and heart slightly. Keep stretching the fingertips forwards. And then walk the hands across to the left-hand side. So left hand maybe comes off the mat. Right hand comes next to it. Keep stretching the fingertips away and then again bow the head down. See if you can press down through this right shoulder slightly. Keep sending the hips back. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Fabulous. Inhale to rise. Walk the hands through the center. Take that across to the right hand side. So same again. Right hand comes off the mat. Left hand comes next to it. Bow the heart forwards. Press that left shoulder down. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Beautiful. Inhale, rise up through the head and heart. Walk the hands back through the center. Again, you're going to take this round to the left, but slightly different this time. So left hand comes by your left shin. Sweep the right arm up and over. Hips towards the heels if that's comfortable. Roll this right shoulder back. See if you can spin the torso up to the sky here. Lovely. Deep breath. Now as you exhale, let this right arm dive down. It sweeps across the mat. Left hand follows. Right hand comes by your right shin. Left arm sweeps up and over. And again, we spin the torso to the sky, looking up. So this is kind of like a dancing camel here. Take a deep breath. Exhale, dive the left arm down. Sweep it across. Let's take this one more time. Both sides. Left hand by the left shin. Right arm up and over. Spin the torso up to the sky. Exhale, sweep it across to the right. And left arm up and over. Beautiful. Once more, slightly different. Exhale, left arm dives down. And then from here, left hand can again come by the left shin. Or maybe it's closer towards the heel, or maybe we take hold of that left heel. We sweep the right fingertips up. Push down through the hand. Lift the hips to the sky. Drive them forwards. Beautiful. Take a breath. Exhale, dive the right arm down, sweep it across the mat, right hand near to right heel, drive the hips forwards, sweep the left arm to sky. Beautiful. Exhale, let's go once more, both sides, left arm down, inhale, right arm up. Exhale, right arm down. Inhale, left arm up. Beautiful. As you exhale, softly pull the body back down, come back into your child's pose here. Just for a final breath in. And a final breath out. Okay. Inhale, gently rise all the way back up into your tabletop. Take a moment to nestle the knees underneath hips, wrists underneath the shoulders. Lightly spread the fingertips down into the ground here. You can tuck the toes under if you wish, or maybe even step 1 foot back at a time, getting a little stretch down through the back of the legs. We've been curled up for quite some time there. And you can change over whenever you're ready. Okay. Take one more breath. And one more exhale. And then when you're ready, begin to move through your cat and cow. So inhale to let the belly drip down. Shine the heart forwards, lift the tailbone up to the sky. Nice big stretch across the front of the body. And then as you exhale, move into your curve. Tuck the chin towards the chest, tuck the tailbone under, send the shoulder blades high to the sky. And we can continue to move through that. Sorry, a little bit of a word jumble. Okay, so continuing to move through that at your own breath, lifting up through the head and heart. Exhale into your curve. So don't feel as though you have to move at the same pace as me. Let the breath guide you from one place to the next. So the inhale takes you into the arch. The exhale takes you into the curve. And as you move at your own pace, notice how you move here. So if you find that we're moving through this quite quickly, that might mean we've got a little bit more energy today. Or if you're perhaps moving a little bit more slowly, maybe we're just enjoying taking our time. Beautiful. Both are absolutely okay. It's just always good to notice, just to check in. And let's maybe move into our final round. So one more inhale to rise up through the head and heart. One more exhale to curve. Okay. Inhale, rise up through the head and heart, making sure the toes are tucked under this time. As you exhale, send the hips back, belly to thighs here, so really squish the belly up against the thighs. Pick the knees off the mat, hips to sky, but nice deep bend to the knees, so you're really pressing the belly to the thighs here. Heels are lifted up nice and high. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Beautiful. From here, maybe sink into the knees just a little bit more. Hips go back. Breath in. Exhale, begin to shift the weight forward. Softly step right foot to the outside edge of the right hand. Maybe you drop the left knee, reach the right arm up to the sky. Beautiful little twist. Deep breath in. Exhale, right hand comes down. You step right foot back next to left, and again, sink into the knees, hips go low. Beautiful. Shift the weight forwards. This time it's the left foot that steps to the outside edge of the left hand. And again, you can drop that right knee here if you wish. Sinking the hips down, lifting it through the heart, and then sending that left arm to sky. Beautiful. Take a breath. Exhale, left hand comes down. Beautiful. Step left foot back next to right. Sink into the knees, press the bellies to thighs. Let's do that once more, both sides. Right foot steps forwards. Maybe keep the back knee lifted this time. Inhale, right arm to sky. Lovely. Exhale, right hand comes down. Step right foot back. Sink into the knees, press the belly back. Lovely. Inhale, come forwards. Left foot to the outside edge of the left hand. Keep the back knee lifted. Left arm to sky. Deep breath in. Exhale, left hand comes down. Beautiful. Step the left foot back. Sink into the knees. Going to add something on here. Inhale, shift it forward. Step the right foot to the outside edge of the right hand. Inhale, right arm to sky. Now as you exhale, bring this right hand down to the inside of the right leg. Let's drop the left knee down and take a little half split stretch. So lengthening the right leg, bring your hips over the left knee here. Lengthening the right leg, maybe we can pick those right toes up to the sky. This is where blocks might come in handy, so you might bring them underneath the hands to bring the ground up to you, especially if you feel like you're kind of only just meeting the ground here. Those blocks are going to help you find that little bit more support. Okay, take a deep breath in, deep breath out, hinging at the hips, sending the heart forwards. Beautiful. Now as we inhale, come forwards, bend back into the right knee, slide any props out from underneath you. And let's step right foot back, next to left, sink into the knees, belly to thighs. We repeat that on the other side, shift the weight forwards, left foot steps to the outside edge. Inhale, left arm to sky. Beautiful. Exhale, left hand comes down. Pop the right knee down, half split stretch on the other side. So again, use props if you found that helpful. Lengthen the left leg, left toes up to sky. Now as you lengthen the left leg, don't feel as though you need to lengthen the leg completely. And especially try not to lock out in the knee here. We don't want to be putting any unnecessary pressure down through the back of this left knee. So again, there might be a little micro bend here. Beautiful. Hinging at the hips and keep sending the heart forward. So actually we might remain a little bit lifted here. Rather than kind of diving the forehead down, let's keep this long spine. Beautiful. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Beautiful. Bend back into that left knee and again slide the blocks away from you. Okay. And then stepping left foot back next to right. Let's sink into the knees one final time, belly to thighs. Keeping that close proximity between the belly and the thighs. As you inhale, maybe lengthen the legs, sending the tailbone up. Beautiful. Hold here, deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then from here, feel free to move in your down dog. Okay, so bend in one knee or both knees, sway the hips from side to side. Lovely. If you were happy holding your downward facing dog and staying fairly still, you can come back to that, but it's always good just to find a little bit of freedom. I like to think of it as taking a slow dance in your downward facing dog, finding what feels good for you and your body, whilst warming up the entire body here. Take one more breath. One more exhale. Inhale, look forwards towards your fingertips. Bend through the knees, steadily walk the feet towards the hands. Now as you step one foot forwards at a time, see if you can lead heel to toe, leaving that footprint behind with every step. Gradually coming into your standing forward fold. A little softness through the knees and just let the upper body hang here. So literally draping over the legs. Fingertips might brush against the mat or they might be hovering, that's okay. If the hands don't comfortably come down here, maybe take hold of opposite elbows to encourage that softness, to encourage that release. Beautiful. Take another deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Let's release the hands all the way down, and as you inhale, bend through the knees, tuck the tailbone under. Slowly roll it through the spine, stack up bone by bone, root it up through the heels, the feet. Beautiful. Head rises, and then let's take a nice big shoulder roll. Inhale, lift the shoulders forwards and up. Exhale, send them back and down. Beautiful. Okay, moving through a little flow now. So as we inhale, let's sweep the arms up, grow even taller. Exhale, open the arms, open across the heart, fly the hips back, and then dive it back down, forward fold. As you come here for the second time, maybe there's a little bit more space to go. As you inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to your shins, lift the chest, find this nice flat back. Beautiful. Exhale, return to your fold. Lovely. Bend through the knees, sink the hips down, brush the fingertips along the mat, find your chair pose, Utkatasana. So you're heavy in your hips, heavy in your heels. I like to think about shifting the weight back slightly. You might even be able to lift the toes here. Energy reaching out through the fingertips, a little bit of softness through the shoulders. Always remember to tuck that tailbone under. Just also have a little glance towards your feet here. Quite often when we say hip distance apart, we think that's wider than it actually is. So have a little glance down. Maybe you need to bring the feet in a little bit, just because that's going to give you a little bit more stability for the next part. Okay, take a deep breath. And an exhale. One more inhale. As you exhale, move with the breath, sweep the arms back, shift the weight forwards towards your big toes, lift the heels. Stay low into the knees here, beautiful. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Inhale, heels come down, arms sweep forwards. As this happens, you grow tall all the way up to the sky. Shift the weight into the right leg, left knee comes into the chest. Really strong here through the legs, really strong through this left hip flexor. So this left hip flexor is working to lift that left knee as high as it can go. Take a breath in, grow tall. Exhale, see if we can sweep the right arm forwards, left arm back, twisting the torso to the left-hand side. Find a steady focal point. So you might gaze towards the left-hand side here. You may take your gaze to look back behind you, a little bit tricky. Take a breath. And as you exhale, send your gaze forwards. Soften through the standing leg. Take your time as you step the left leg back. It softly lands to the back of the mat. Drop the left heel. Hey presto, warrior two. So you may need to adjust the feet there. Sinking into this right knee, bringing the right heel in line with the inner arch of the left foot. Pressing down through that pinky toe edge. Soften through the shoulders, palms of the hands face down. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Inhale, reverse warrior, left palm to the back of the left leg. Right fingertips sweep up to the sky. Keep sinking into that right knee as you go here. Another deep breath. And an exhale. Okay. Now from here, the upper body kind of remains the same. Inhale, lengthen the right leg. Maybe that gives us a little bit more space to lean that a little bit further. Beautiful, deep breath in. Deep breath out. Again, keep the upper body where it is for a moment. Lift the right toes. Pivot them to face the long edge of the mat, so in the same direction as the left foot. Take a breath. Exhale, dive this right arm down. It's going to dive towards the left leg. And then it softly comes through the center and we come into a wide-legged forward fold. Now, again, if the hands don't comfortably come down to the ground, you may take hold of opposite elbows. You could use a couple of blocks here underneath the hands to bring the ground up to you. Whatever feels good for you here, okay? Turning the toes slightly in, there might be a little bit of softness through the knees. And again, let the upper body be heavy. I like to encourage a little bit of movement here, encouraging this softness. You don't have to, by all means. If you'd rather be still, that's okay. I just find a little bit of movement helps to really connect to the breath, moving with the breath at all times. Okay, let's take one more inhale. One more exhale. Inhale, lift it through the head and heart about halfway. And then bend to the knees, walking the hands towards the right foot. Take your blocks with you as you go. So the hands come to frame the right foot. Spin onto a ball of the back and drop the left knee down. So we come into a little low lunge here. Sink into that right knee. And then maybe we brush the fingertips along the mat. Take the arms to the sky. In your low lunge here, I really invite you to think about tucking the tailbone under. So we don't need to be kind of just gliding the hips forward and down and taking this more into our lower spine. I actually want you to think about tucking the tailbone under, almost like you want to slide the left knee forwards along the mat and slide the right foot back along the mat. So they kind of want to slide towards one another, but that's not going to happen, okay? But that's the kind of sensation we're working towards, and you might feel this stretch across the front of the left hip flexor here. Okay, arms are still reaching to the sky. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Exhale, pour the heart forwards. Hands may land down to your blocks. You've got a couple of options here. You are either going to take a half split stretch like we've done before, but this time the hands are either side of that right foot. Or you may walk the hands a little bit further back, sending the sit bones down to the inside of this left ankle. So coming into half hero. This might be a little bit tricksy for knees and ankles, so feel free to come into that half split stretch and stay there if you prefer. Wherever you are, we're growing tall through the spine, taking a breath. As we exhale, we're reaching the fingertips forwards. Lovely, well done. See if we can focus in either pose, half split or half hero. Focus on sending the sit bones back behind you and sending the heart forwards. Lovely. Okay. Take one more breath in. One more breath out. Now, wherever you are, right hand comes down by the right hand side. You kind of sway the torso to the right to release the sit bones down if they're not already. Release the left leg, kick it out in front. Beautiful. From here, lean into the hands, slide the heels in, deep breath in, push down through the hands, lift the hips, reverse tabletop. Tuck the tailbone under, heart to sky, deep breath in. Exhale, from here, send the knees forwards, walk the hands towards your feet, keep the hips lifted as you go. See if you can softly lift the chest to come into your toe stand. If you need the fingertips down here for support, feel free to do so. If we can balance here, let's try and bring the hands together in front of the heart. Beautiful, a little bit of ankle strength, ankle mobility here. And deep breath. Exhale, hands come down if they're not already. Hips to sky, standing forward, fold. Beautiful. And again, take a couple of breaths here. Couple of breaths out. Inhale, steadily roll up through the spine, stack up bone by bone, root down through the heels of the feet as you rise. Head rises, big shoulder roll, inhale, and then exhale. Beautiful, okay, just the other side to go. So when we're ready, take a deep breath in, sweep the arms up, grow tall. Exhale, hips back, heart forward, swan dive over the legs. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to shins. Exhale, fold. Beautiful, bend through the knees, sink the hips down, brush the fingertips along the mat to your chair pose, Utkatasana. And again, if you're feeling this in your lower spine, if you're feeling that kind of pinching sensation, that's your reminder to tuck the tailbone under. So you've got this nice long spine rather than lifting the tailbone and kind of pushing the heart forwards. We want to tuck it under. Okay, take a breath. Take an exhale. Beautiful. One more breath in. Exhale, sweep the arms back. As this happens, shift the weight towards your big toes, lift the heels. Energy reaching out through the fingertips, stay low into the legs. Inhale, sweep the arms forwards, heels come down. Shift the weight into the left leg as you rise, right knee comes in towards the chest. Standing balance, and again, really strong through this right hip flexor. Left leg is strong, spread those left toes down into the mat. Beautiful, big breath. Exhale, left arm forwards, right arm back, twist the torso to the right. Gaze to the right hand side, maybe you can look towards that right hand. Beautiful, deep breath in. Deep breath out. Looking forwards, soften into that standing leg, begin to send the right leg back. Take your time, see how long you can make this transition until the very last moment you step that right foot down, drop the right heel, and you're in your warrior two. Well done. Palms of the hands facing down, adjust the feet if you need to, sink into that left knee. Take a breath in, take a breath out. Inhale, reverse warrior, right palm down, left fingertips soar up to the sky. Well done. Okay, And again, upper body kind of stays where it is. All you do, take a breath and lengthen the left leg. Maybe that enables you to lean that a little bit further. Beautiful exhale here. Now you inhale to lift the left toes. Pivot them around to the right hand side so you face the right long edge of the mat. Begin to dive this left arm down. It's going to reach towards the right foot. And then it slowly reaches towards the center. You come into your wide legged forward fold. Now again, we're here for the second time. So maybe we find we can fold that a little bit further. Maybe the hands come down. If the hands do comfortably come down here, maybe think about reaching the fingertips through the legs. Bending into the elbow. See if you can kind of almost guide the heart through the legs here. Beautiful. Okay. Let's take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Beautiful. Walk the hands out in front. Rise up through the head and heart. Exhale, walk the hands to the left foot. Remember to take your blocks with you if you're using them. Pop the right knee down. Lovely. Untuck the right toes. Brush the fingertips along the mat into your low lunge on the other side. Okay. Now again, remember here, thinking about sliding the right knee forwards, sliding the left foot back, tucking the tailbone under. Beautiful. So it turns us into a lot more of an active low lunge rather than kind of just hanging out here. Okay. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more inhale. Exhale, pull the heart forwards. Hands come to frame the left foot and lengthen the left leg. And again, you can stay here in your half split stretch, maybe using blocks underneath the hands, or walk the hands towards you to guide the sit bones down to the ground, to the inside of the right ankle here. And again, top of the foot is down towards the mat if we can. And if you prefer being in half split stretch, by all means, stay there. It's all good. Okay. Wherever you are, we're lifting up through the crown of the head, taking a breath in. Exhale, reaching the fingertips forwards with this nice long line. And the hands can come to whatever feels comfortable. So they might be kind of in line with the heel. They may even be on the foot here. They might be halfway down the shin, maybe to the knee. Doesn't matter. Find a place where you can stay, where you feel like you're getting that good stretch, okay? It doesn't matter what the pose looks like. What matters is how it feels. Let's take one more breath in. One more breath out. Okay. Inhale, left hand now comes down to the left hand side. Lower the sit bones down if you haven't already. Lean the torso to the left. To release the right leg, kick it out in front to your Dandasana. Lovely. Hands come back behind you. Lean into the hands as you slide the feet in. And then inhale, push down through the hands and the feet. Tuck the tailbone under. Hips to sky, reverse tabletop. Beautiful. Take a breath in here. Exhale, slowly send the knees forwards. Walk the hands towards your feet. Gently take your time to find your toe stand. That is a tricky transition there. Well done. Okay. Fingertips down for support, or maybe palms of the hands together in front of the heart. See if you can bring your heart over your pelvis. So in this nice long line. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. Beautiful. Hands come down, hips to the sky. Nice deep stretch for the legs in your standing forward fold. And then again, let's hang out here for a moment. A little sway from side to side. A little bend through the knees. Beautiful. Okay. Let's take another deep breath in. And another deep breath out. From here, bending through the knees as you heel toe the feet about mat distance apart, toes point out, heels in. Sinking all the way down into your yogi squat, into your malasana. Now I know that this can be a little bit tricky for the hips and again for the knees here. A lot of knee flexion is required for this pose. So what you could do, similar to what we did at the beginning with our blocks, I'll come around and show you, is that you can use your blocks as a little seat to take the pressure out of the hips. So you literally bring the sit bones down to the blocks. And again, you can bring the elbows to the inner crease of the knees, thumbs to your sternum, and see if we can really lift up through the heart here. So almost like you want to pull the heart through the chest, crown of the head to the sky, hips go down. Beautiful. Okay. Take a deep breath in. Close the eyes if you wish. Deep breath out. Let's take 2 more of those. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. 1 more. Deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Okay. Softly bring the fingertips down to the ground. If you are seated on a couple of blocks, gently lift the hips away from your blocks. Slide them out from underneath you, place them to one side, and gently use your hands to help you as you guide the sit bones all the way down to the mat. Okay. Now as you land here, feel free to give the legs a little shake here. Shake the thighs, shake the quadriceps around, the calves, let the toes flop about for a second. Okay. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Okay, just a couple more stretches before we come into our relaxation. So hands to the right knee. Hug the right knee into the chest and cross it over the left leg. Okay. Right hand comes back behind you. Inhale, left fingertips up to the sky, grow tall. Exhale, seeing if we can hook the elbow onto the outside edge of the right knee to anchor us into this little twist round to the right. Beautiful. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Beautiful. Inhale, let's softly unravel. Keep the right leg crossed over the left. Spin the torso around to the left hand side now. Hands come down. You're going to kind of pick the hips up and roll onto the outside edge of this left leg. You may want to bring the right ankle a little bit closer towards you, kind of send that right knee away a touch. And you kind of think about shifting the weight forwards. You're aiming to find the stretch through this left side body here. So it's when you kind of have to figure that out for yourselves. It's one that we might need to adjust little bits here and there. Beautiful. Sometimes by kind of walking the hands further away, that might help you find the stretch more, or maybe walking them further in. Sometimes I find this isn't a cue I say often, because I kind of prefer to keep that long neck, but maybe if we allow ourselves to sink into the shoulder slightly, that's where we find the stretch here. It's going to be different for every person, so find where you feel that stretch down the left side body. Beautiful. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Okay. Push down through the hands, walk the right hand back behind you, roll back onto your sit bones, hug the right knee in. Exhale, kick it away. Let's just repeat that on the other side. We're nearly there. Hug the left knee into the chest. Cross it over the right. Lovely. Left hand back behind you. Inhale, right fingertips to the sky, grow tall. Exhale, hooking the elbow. You could just opt to hug the thigh into the chest if you prefer. Beautiful, anchoring round into that twist. Take a breath in. Take a breath out. Inhale, we unravel. Beautiful. We're going to find that side body stretching on the other side. So torso goes round to the right, hands come down to the right hand side. Roll onto the outside edge of the right hip. Bring that left ankle a little bit closer maybe. And again, have a little move around. Find where you feel that stretch down the right side body here. Play with walking the hands further away or bringing them closer in. Or maybe you like to drop into that shoulder like you're sending the side body down to the ground. Beautiful. Okay. Take a deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Beautiful. Inhale, lift up out of that shoulder. Left hand back behind you to kind of gently roll you back onto your sit bones. Left knee into the chest. Exhale, slide it away. Beautiful. And then from here, you're going to gently bring yourselves all the way down to the ground. So softly rolling down onto your backs. And if you need to take a moment to kind of do any final little stretches you feel as though your body needs, be it a happy baby or just drawing the knees in, you might want to take a full body stretch here, anything at all. Take a moment as always to listen to your bodies. Beautiful. Take a couple slow, steady breaths. Maybe sway the knees from side to side. But then when you are ready, coming down into your relaxation, your final Shavasana. So you can keep the knees bent if you're enjoying that connection between your lower spine and the mat. Or you might send the legs out long, the lower spine might lift away from the mat slightly here, that's okay, that's a natural curve. Okay. Hands down by our sides, or maybe resting on the belly or the chest. Find a place where you can comfortably rest here. And really just focusing on simply being here, being with the breath. Notice how the breath feels now. Perhaps we can breathe again that a little bit more deeply, a little bit more softly. Notice whether the breath as you take it in brings you that little bit more energy here. And perhaps as we rest, just thinking to ourselves, when was the last time you allowed yourselves just to be in the moment? When was the last time you spent quality time with your breath? When was the last time you really noticed your breath? Perhaps this is quite a familiar practice to you, or perhaps it's one we don't do often enough. So as always, take a moment to notice. Notice your breath, notice that soft, mellow drum of your heartbeat. Just let everything be as it is. Seeing if we can slowly cultivate this sense of peace, calm and quiet, and holding ourselves in that moment, feeling safe, feeling comfortable, feeling welcome. Take a deep breath in through the nose, fill up the lungs entirely. Gentle sigh out through the mouth. And again, deep breath in through the nose. Soft sigh out through the mouth. One more time, deep breath in through the nose. And soft sigh. Beautiful. And taking your time as you welcome little bits of movement back into the body. Starting small with the fingertips and toes. Gradually allowing the movement to build at a pace that feels comfortable to you, and maybe you take a nice big stretch here and there, or maybe you curl yourselves up into a little ball. Find what feels good here. And when you're ready, choose a side, either the left or the right, and softly roll to that one side. Use your hands to help you as you gently push yourselves all the way up and just come to a comfortable seat. It could be kneeling, could be cross-legged, wherever you want to be. Sitting up nice and tall, sending the crown of the head to the sky. Sliding the shoulders down and away from the ears, and the palms of the hands come to rest on the knees or maybe the thighs here. As always, we seal our practice together with the final blessing. May the sun bring you new energy by day. May the moon softly restore you at night. May the rain wash away your worries. May the breeze blow new strength throughout your being. And may you walk through the world knowing its beauty all the days of your life. And with that, we bring the palms of the hands together in front of the heart. And we bow. Thank you so much, YouTube yogis, for joining me on the mat today. I hope that was what you needed, that little yoga refresh that you needed today. And don't forget, I'll be back next Sunday with another free practice for you. Hope to see you then. Have a lovely week in the meantime, and bye-bye.